we have a last speaker, Shirli ENDER BUYUKBAY. Sorry. Shirli holds an MA degree in education management. She has 11 years of teaching experience in secondary and high schools. And she has been working, and she's still working as a project expert for the Istambul Provincial Directorate for National Education. And she will tell us about plagiarism in Turkey. Shirley.
Copying and plagiarizing, it's a student's phenomena, regardless of the age. And our mission is to, in this project, I hope, to make all target group, regardless their age, eventually, to realize that the consequences and try to eliminate and be away from copying or plagiarizing. Regarding to Professor Giampiero's presentation, yes, music has been enormous effect for language learning. My mother, for example, has learned English through songs, and it is really amazing. But my mother has also attempted copying at a very adult age, around her 30s, actually, and trying to copy from my father, learning a new language in a different environment, in a new country, and in an exam context. My father was having his test, and my mother, because of being too much, having too many concerns, too many responsibilities and so on, didn't have the chance to work, to study, and try to peek from my father's, but my father just closed his paper, and it was almost going to end with a family chaos. Not getting caught, which at that age, it's just for learning the language of the country they live, but it can create other chaoses than feeling humiliated or joy, just the presentation, the statistical data, the research we received. I'm going to tell a little bit about, not to stress you and not to bore you because the shops are waiting for me, so I'm going to be as short as possible. Give a little bit reflection about the plagiarism phenomena in Turkey, but not only in Turkey, because given the opportunity of having so much interaction with international projects and international contexts, I realized that there's no much difference between countries and cultures in terms of attitudes, perception, knowledge, prejudice, and including copying. It's all over the world. It's a phenomena, and each student, if they have the chance, they copy. Why they copy? I will give a little bit of reasons from the Turkish perspective, but I think it's applicable throughout Europe. And specifically when Ilaria has proposed us this project, I was really very, very delighted, because it's a very, very important issue, an important topic, specifically for the recent years when we open up the newspaper and see some prominent decision takers who have been condemned of plagiarism. So this is a very, very delicate issue that we have to touch very delicately for the students, for the teachers, and for the decision makers to be a role model. The students will be, it's like from bottom to up. Students will be the role models for those who are taking decisions for them. Anyway, imagine a river that it flows constantly to one side. It's very difficult to make it flow to the other side, to the other direction, or make it stop. But it is possible. We do it. We human beings go against nature. But making a change, specifically this ever most common all over the world as cheating and copying or plagiarism, it's very, very challenging, and we will go to this challenge. And with Ginny's project, we hope to make this change. We, not only for Turkey, but I refer as we to Europe-wide. In Turkey, plagiarism is a totally new concept that it's being worded out, but it's very, very, very common, and it's a very, very old habit. That's why it's challenging to change. But why? Why do the Turkish students or even the teachers, the teaching staff do that? Is it because that they don't have creativity or the talent or the ambitions? No, it's not that. They do it because they have low capacity or self-esteem, just like my mother. She didn't feel very comfortable about it, and she thought that my father would know more or better. But what makes her think that my father would know more or better? So that is, again, something debatable. And they don't have time to invest on creating their own because they have too many other tasks that they have to fulfill. And thinking of the centralized system, education system, very similar to Italian, to English, to Spanish, I don't know, I'm not sure, I cannot speak up about it, but students are too much involved with getting prepared for life and to have academic achievement and to achieve in life, and all those papers that they have to submit that probably will not be regarded or considered efficiently is a waste of time for them. So what they do is just they cut and copy and cut and copy, and after all, the teacher himself or herself does not evaluate it with the same perception, because the teacher himself has come from the same path, has been in the same learning process and has cheated. So it's like a vicious circle. And there's no will to invest more effort while they can gain with the effort they do. And some other concerns, personal, family, etc. And why there are some examples that don't copy. Because they're passionate about what they're doing while they're doing it, and feeling passionate and the envy of creating something because about the topic that they're dealing with makes them even more passionate, and they want to get the best out of it with their own creation. So maybe it's better to make them understand that hey, here it's your chance to create yourself, to execute yourself. I mean, be yourself, be genius. So, well, I'm thinking of the artist, the big artist. We're in Rome, and I am mi piace Roma. I really love Rome, and what I like about it, the Italian culture, is that they very much appreciate the art. And appreciation of art is by learning, by consuming it, and so on. And how great artists became great artists was through copying what their trainers gave them to do. And copying after copying years, they started to have their own style. So there's no bad thing about copying. Let them copy. But then it can be a step-by-step process that after they copy a little, like not a little, but they copy a certain text or context, and they discuss or they ponder, they analyze what it is about and whether they agree with it or not, and then start having their own ideas and having their own creations, etc., with a little bit of critical thinking and so on. So copying, it's banned. It's very, very bad. If you copy, you'll get 7 years of bad luck. It's of course it's humoristic, but instead copy. But then this is what the battle of minds actually is going to create, I think. And with this project, I think we're going to challenge a lot of things. First of all, I'm going to even challenge myself. I was a student and I attempted copying truthfully, but I also had passionate things that I executed my own creativity and so on. So I think we will bring awareness in students and teachers regarding that. We will promote and encourage not only students but also teachers to develop their own creations, and we can consider taking the hard but the moral way, but not cheat or copy. And we will lead these target group to attempt for creativity rather than laziness and stealing. And hopefully, I'm talking about my own organization, inserting this learning tool into our curriculum. We will do our best to do that. I think that's all. Thank you very much.